Have you ever felt the power of your breath? And have you felt the power of vibration in music? And have you ever felt the power of the healing feeling of love and gratitude for yourself and for others? And the power of forgiveness for yourself and for others? And have you ever felt deep compassion for yourself for what you've been through? And then also the power of releasing the past, that it no longer serves you. And have you ever felt the power of movement in your body, stretching and releasing tension in your body, setting the intention to release what no longer serves you? And have you ever felt the power of the now and the silence of the moment and feeling the energy that is around you? Well, these are all the tools I use in my business. And I wanted to talk to you today about the simplicity of all these tools that are available to you. And they all have a scientific background and backing to them that makes them so powerful. And yet we don't use them. We have these tools within our bodies. And so I wanted to talk today about how to use these tools. And let's talk about the first one, the breath. I read a great book called Breath, and it's by James Nestor. And one of the main takeaways I took from this book was the perfect breath, breathing a 5.5 second count in and a 5.5 second count out through your nose and out your nose. And when you take these slow breaths, and he even talked about breathing in positive thoughts and exhaling what no longer serves you. So I call that the breath of life. But he talked about doing that nice, slow, rhythmic breath with beautiful, positive feelings. Says you slowly get into the parasympathetic nervous system, starts to kick in, which is rest and digest and heal. And so this breath, this one very thing that all of us do every day, is so powerful and healing. So when we slow down our breath, everything starts to slow down. I've talked about this before in my videos, and it is such a simple tool. When we are in fight or flight, when we are in the sympathetic nervous system and we are stressed out, we hold our breath. And then we hold our breath and the body starts to get alarmed and the stress goes up and our chemicals start going off, and mix that with all the things that you're telling yourself in your head, and there's a perfect recipe for disaster and getting into illness, not healing. Simple thing. First step in healing, connect with your breath. 5.5 seconds in through your nose, 5.5 seconds out, and think of something beautiful as you breathe in and out. Okay? The next one is the power of music and the power of the vibration of music. It has the power to both move you in a place of peace and joy and love, and it also has a power to move you in irritation, anger, resentment by the vibration. See, we're all energy. And so in my practice, when someone's coming in with either emotional or physical pain or injury or illness, they're vibrating at a high level and their brain is going nuts, and it's like they can't get out of this fight or flight. So I'll put on frequency vibrational music, and I love 432 hertz. And I look it up on Spotify and I put it on, and that music goes at a nice frequency, and pretty soon the person's brain waves will start to match that frequency. And so there, I bring them down into this healing state. So we've got this breath going in nice and slow and exhaling nice and slow. And we have positive thoughts coming in, and we have exhaling what no longer serves us. And then we've got this beautiful music on. Okay, my next step is for people to connect with their heart. Now you're breathing in and out and you're connecting with your heart, and you're getting into this heart coherence, and you're coming into the body for healing. And then you've got this beautiful music happening. You're starting to feel like you've entered a new reality, right? You know, you came in stressed and all of a sudden you're feeling peaceful. These are two very, very simple things we can do all day long. You can breathe and you can listen to beautiful music and get yourself into a more peaceful state. So the next thing I want to talk about is setting the intention to release what no longer serves you. Now, when we connect to ourselves and when we breathe in something beautiful, but we can release anxiety, we really can release fear, almost like we're taking a bath or we're taking a shower to release what no longer serves us. We're pulling into our heart and our body and our mind and our spirit beautiful thoughts and of love and of compassion, and we're exhaling the stressors in our lives, and it's this beautiful exchange of energy, and pretty soon your body is being filled with all those neuropeptides that connect to the receptor cells in your body that start to make your body feel whole and healthy. So these are 3 very simple steps I've talked about so far to help yourself heal. So next is the power of movement of the body. And so obviously, people come to me, I'm a myofascial release specialist. I'm gonna move the body and I'm gonna actually stretch the body to release the fascial tissue and any tension in the body and any emotion that's stuck in the body and any pain that is caused by the fascial tissue being compressed. I will do that for people by stretching them. But at home, you can do it. Lay on the ground, put on nice music, connect to your breath, connect to your heart as you stretch. So now you've got 4 great tools to bring yourself back into harmony. And it really doesn't cost you anything, and you don't have to go to therapy for it. You can do it at home. You just got to set the time for yourself to heal. Okay? So the next thing I want to talk to you about is compassion. So compassion for where you're at. It doesn't mean that you're a victim. It doesn't mean that you're stuck. It means you're having compassion for where you're at or where you have been in the past. And a lot of times, this compassionate component is forgotten. And people never give themselves compassion, and their pain, both physical and emotional, gets stuck. And there's a great book called Unlearn Your Pain by Dr. Howard Schubiner. And he's a doctor who has learned so much about the power of compassion and helping people heal from chronic pain. And so I find in my practice, when someone's getting stuck with emotion that from the past, or they just can't get over a hurdle, maybe they've never given themselves compassion for where they're at. So I allow them to come in, take a moment, put your hand on your heart and feel the compassion for yourself. See all that beautiful love coming in for you. See your journey of what has brought you to this place. Go back, go talk to your little child, give them comfort, give yourself comfort now, whatever it takes to give yourself compassion. And once you give yourself that compassion, can you release what no longer serves you? Because now you're ready to accept what is. And accepting what is and being in non-resistance has to be one of the most powerful healing tools, because it is what it is. And we are powerful, creative human beings, I guess I should say, who can overcome so much. We are designed to be overcomers. We just have to get to these steps to where we don't feel so overwhelmed, that now we can take a breather and walk into wholeness and constant breathing in beautiful love for ourselves, releasing what no longer serves us, moving the body in places to release the tension and stuck emotion, and then giving ourselves compassion when compassion is needed, and then releasing what no longer serves us out the door, up to the light, and giving it up to God. Faith means walking into the unknown with certainty that you're being guided. You don't know where you're going, you just know you have support. And so this beautiful faith that I feel is so powerful in everybody's healing is a faith in something bigger than yourselves, that you are going somewhere, that maybe the pain that you're in is going to help you catapult you into something greater and bigger, or maybe this walking right up to something that you can't even think you can cross, and looking it straight in the eyes and saying, I'm not fearful, and walking through there, then all of a sudden this beautiful world opens because you left your fear behind and you walked by faith. And when I have been in places of fear and been in places of sickness and doubt and terror and looping my mind over and over again, those were the very aspects of what I was going through that pushed me into becoming a place of where I stepped into faith more and more and more and more. And it is a daily practice of looking at something that we would write the story that this is terrifying. Maybe it doesn't need to be. What do you want it to be? Do you want it to be one of your greatest teachers, or do you want it to take you down? And so I keep asking my clients this, and I ask myself this every day. How am I looking at life? Am I looking at life half full, the glass is half full, or half empty? And am I giving myself compassion to just accept what is, whatever the situation is? And I believe these are very, very, very strong components to helping us heal. So I wanted to do this quick video to give you a few pointers to walk into your own health and healing. One is the breath. 2 is the power of music and vibration. 3 is the power of our being in the now and breathing in love and compassion and gratitude and grace and exhaling what no longer serves you. The power of our heart, concentrating on our heart, breathing in love and compassion for our heart, accepting what is, having and moving the body and stretching the body, and also giving yourself courage and strength to walk into newness through faith. And so all these are great tools, and I hope they help you on your journey in life. I think this is just part of who we are, is part of overcoming. And don't be surprised when you look back and you go, wow, that was one of the greatest times. It was one of the darkest times I went through, but one of the greatest times. Thank you and have a great day.